What is trust? At its essence, trust is confidence in someone or something. It's the belief that they are completely reliable, that they have your best interest at heart no matter what. Trust is an essential ingredient for healthy relationships and feeling secure. I'm sure we can all recall times when our trust in someone has been shattered. That sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when a close friend really lets you down. The deep hurt and betrayal when a partner is unfaithful. The anger and frustration when an authority, organization, or institution that should be trustworthy completely fails us. When trust fractures like this, it can be incredibly difficult to move forward. Rebuilding that foundation takes a lot of time and effort. In our fast-paced, information-overloaded, skeptical world, trust in each other often seems fleeting and fragile. Yet as followers of Jesus, we're called to walk by faith, fully entrusting every aspect of our lives to God, even when we can't see the whole picture. What does it look like to have radical, unshakable confidence in the Lord, regardless of our circumstances? How do we cultivate ironclad trust in Him that doesn't waver amid the storms of life? True trust in God begins with understanding and trusting in His unchanging, faithful character. Throughout the pages of Scripture, God reveals Himself to be loving, merciful, just, holy, and always faithful. He keeps His promises. Even when our circumstances seem bleak and hopeless, we can trust that God's nature does not waver or change. As the book of Hebrews says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. 13:8. He is the solid rock we stand on amid the swirling storms of life. Trusting God also means believing in His complete sovereignty. As the all-powerful creator of the universe, nothing takes Him by surprise or happens outside of His divine will and authority. He is omniscient, already knowing the beginning from the end. Though we are limited in understanding, we can rest in the comforting truth that God holds time in His hands. He weaves all things together for good according to His perfect plan. As followers of Christ, we develop greater trust in God when we devote time consistently to prayer and studying the Scriptures. Daily connecting with the living God in this way deepens and strengthens the relationship. The Bible reinforces for us over and over God's truth and His promises to always be with us and actively work on our behalf. As our trust in Him grows, we gain the freedom and courage to step out in faith, following where God leads even when it's unknown territory. Trust empowers us to embrace new challenges, use our gifts boldly for His kingdom, and share the hope of Christ fearlessly even when it's uncomfortable or risky. Without unwavering trust in God, uncertainty and fear rule us. Trust is the antidote that sets us free. Of course, for our faith to become truly unshakable, it must be tested and refined in the fires of real life. Crisis and hardship have a way of revealing whether our trust in God is conditional and shallow or rooted firmly in the eternal nature of who He is. When a sudden, raging storm hits your health, family, or finances, does your trust in the Lord quickly waver and disappear? Or do you cling even tighter to the truth that He will carry you through? When pain or adversity drag on and on, does your faith in God's purpose and plan begin to falter? Do doubts creep in about His goodness? Or do those dark nights of the soul become opportunities to know Him more intimately as provider, healer, redeemer, and friend? Friends, our God has proven Himself relentlessly trustworthy and faithful time and time again all throughout history. Generation after generation has walked with Him through unspeakable trials and can attest that God is who He says He is. He will never leave or forsake us. But He also invites each of us individually into intimate relationship with Him. As we walk closely with God through life's joys and trials, our trust and reliance on Him steadily grows. We begin to experience for ourselves His comfort, presence, and provision in difficult times. I encourage you to look back over your own faith journey and take stock. Where has your trust in God been tested and deepened before? How have you personally experienced His peace and strength in seasons of pain or uncertainty? Let those reminders fuel your confidence in Him now and going forward. Because where is He calling you to trust Him more fully today? Is there some leap of faith on your horizon that seems daunting? A battle ahead where clinging tightly to His promises and character will be critical? A valley you're walking through where you must rely completely on Him to make it out the other side? Whatever challenges you're facing in this season of life, you do not walk through them alone. The God of angel armies stands ready to uphold you. Fix your eyes continually on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith. He will meet you where trust wavers with His strong, everlasting arms. Friends, this is our invitation as believers. to fall backwards with abandon into the loving embrace of our faithful God and find Him true to His word. To live each moment grounded in who Scripture says He is, trusting Him more than what we see or feel. When we do, we gain the freedom, the courage, and the supernatural strength to walk out the purpose He has for us. Our God is worthy of our complete trust. He has proven it over and over again from the beginning of time until this very moment. May we root ourselves deeply in the truth of who He is, so that we flourish, living boldly into the abundant life He calls us to. Let's choose, moment by moment, to trust Him completely, regardless of our circumstances. As we do, His triumph and glory will shine brilliantly through us to the world around us.